Hello everybody and welcome back to LELB Society. I'm Dr. Hariri and I'm the creator of LELB Society, which is an online bilingual academy of English and Persian. This time I'm going to make an assessment on one of the IELTS reports and essays submitted to us by one of our students. This time we are dealing with a process diagram, and that belongs to the academic module of IELTS Task 1 as a writing exercise. Okay, writing task. So you need to pay attention to this diagram, which is the process of manufacturing and making bricks. And the essayist or candidate is supposed to write a report elaborating on this process. Okay, so I'm going to share the link to this report in the description area, so that if you want to just study that, you can just click on that and be directed to or redirected to this report. But you need to be a member of a LELB Society to access this in-depth analysis. Alright, so here is the prompt. The diagram above illustrates the process that is used to manufacture bricks for the construction industry. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. And here is the essay. The picture illustrates the process of making and manufacturing bricks out of clay. So it's better to be more accurate and substitute picture for, let's say, a diagram, because it's a diagram and they are not completely interchangeable. As a matter of fact, picture has a broader scope of meaning. Okay, as it is evident, the process has 6 steps and it is simple and clear. So this is my note. Diagram is much better than picture. Okay, the second paragraph. By the way, process diagrams rarely happen, but it doesn't mean that they do not happen at all. So you cannot just eliminate the possibility of dealing with a diagram, process diagram. At first, the clays are collected by a digger. So clay is uncountable. So clay is collected by a digger. About by phrase in passive voice, you need to be very careful. By is followed by an agent. Agent, that is the doer or subject in the active voice. But here, actually the digger is just an instrument or tool. So you need to write with a digger. Those clays, again, actually clay is uncountable. So that clay is called mental grids, which is wrong. Actually, that is metal grids. So metal grids, not mental grids. You need to be very let's say accurate about describing or representing the visual data, and it must be precise, and they will be put on a roller. Again, actually it should change to it, because it refers to clay. And will, do not use future tense, because you are focusing or elaborating on a process, and it occasionally, it habitually occurs. So use simple present tense. So it is put on a roller, and they will add some water and sand to them. Who is they? This is the first time we are talking about some people or workers, as a matter of fact, and you should not use a pronoun to refer to someone who has not been mentioned before. So you can put it in a passive voice, and you can say that the clay, actually some water and sand are added to the clay, to the mixture. And not future tense again, but simple present tense. In the next stage, there are 2 choices to make the material into the shape of a brick. It is done whether by a cutter. So it is done, it's very cliched and so simple. You need to use some more advanced vocabulary. So this process is completed, so this stage is completed, this task is carried out or performed, whether by the difference between either or as a conjunction and whether in conditional sentences. You should not just mistake them for each other. So whether or in conditional sentences, that could be substituted for if, and either or as a kind of conjunction. So by a cutter, and the exact name of that instrument is a wire cutter, so you should be precise, as I said, or a mold. Then the brick-shaped materials will be sent to a dyeing oven. And again, actually, this is a mistake, which is in the diagram we see it is called drying oven, not dyeing oven, which is a big mistake, and try to avoid these mistakes. And will be, again, actually not future tense but simple present tense, so is sent to. And you could use the mixture actually is heated in the drying oven for 1 day to 2 days. You can say for 1 day, for 1 day or 2 days. The second day actually could be omitted because it is implied. So let me just read out my notes. So first of all, clay is uncountable with a digger, not by a digger, with a tool or instrument by an agent. And number 3, metal grids, not mental grids. Collected clay. So will be is should change to is because you are not allowed to use a shift of tense in the process. And the collected clay is scattered over or across a metal grid and compressed with a roller. So this is much better if you just change this part. And in the next stage, because in process diagrams, sequential orders are very important, and you need to use some conjunctions actually to show that you're talking about a sequence of events, such as first of all, initially, at first, and second of all, in the next stage, and so on and so forth. So on and so forth. Some water and sand are added to the clay. Who is they? As I explained before, use passive voice. And it is done. This task is completed, or something else which is more formal. Number 9, whether by, either by, not whether by. Number 10, by a cutter with a wire cutter. Number 11, it's better to write the raw bricks. Raw bricks are heated in a drying oven for a day or 2. And the dyeing over should change to drying oven. Okay, the third paragraph. In the next step, the dyed bricks will be sent to a kiln. So again, actually dried bricks will be sent, are sent to, use simple present tense in a process, at a very high temperature, first at a moderate degree from 200 to 980, and then higher from 870 to 1300. Consequently, which is a good conjunction to show the sequence, they will be sent to, again, actually they are sent to a cooling chamber for 2 to 3 days. And in the last step, the bricks will be packed and they are ready for delivery. The bricks are packed, simple present tense, and get ready for delivery. So again, actually dried bricks, not dyed bricks, will be, should change to are, and get ready for delivery. And actually overall the report has not been written with precision, and this is the main criticism or fault I could find. Cohesion and coherence, 18 out of 25. grammatical range and accuracy 12 out of 25. Lexical resources 14 out of 25, because you were supposed to, actually the essays were supposed to write and use more advanced vocabulary. Task achievement 17 out of 25. Spelling average, punctuation good, word count 171, which is good really, and time on report writing 20 minutes, very good. And I can give this candidate the overall score of 5.5 out of 9. And also let me show you the tags. First of all, this lesson falls into the category of IELTS essay writing practice. The tags diagram, manufacturing, and process, because it is a process, and also some related lessons. Best IELTS preparation tips that guarantee 100% success. Generation gap, one of the flashcards from 601 you need to know. So yeah, English documentary on plastics. And also, yeah, you can leave your comments. Actually, we can provide you with a new topic, and you can use the comment box or form at the bottom of the post to submit your essay, and then we will copy and paste your content inside the body of a post and analyze it as you saw in this post. Thank you so much for your attention, and hope to see you soon in our next video. Bye bye everybody.